And welcome back to the New York Giants franchise rebuild. Here today, well, we have a lot more games to get through. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below to today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. So I hope you guys have been, first of all, enjoying these both longer episodes and more games as we are in year 5. And, I don't know when this video will be posted, but, preparing for Madden 26 to be coming out, and I want to start making content on there as soon as possible. So wrapping up this series and the Cardinals series is top priority here. And as we currently sit here, we're 7-1. We're coming off another 4-game episode where we went undefeated. And now we're turning our attention to the Vikings, the Lions, Commanders, and Eagles today. In last episode, we had 2 blowout victories, and we had a close game here with the Browns where we came back down like 24 in halftime, and then a game where we just kind of pulled away by the end of it. So far this campaign, we have been just about perfect. Offensively and defensively, I think we've been playing some of our best football. We don't allow a lot of points. Offensively, we're able to push the football down the field. We can do a bit of everything. I mean, this team was a handful of plays a year ago of winning a Super Bowl. And, in this past offseason, you can argue we downgraded at tight end, at tackle. Those are 2 positional groups. I don't think anything on defense, not to my recollection, but overall, this team is very, very good. One thing I do want to point out, Tremaine Gardner here, who has already 4 receiving touchdowns, comes out as a superstar development. Drafted him in the first round. Happy to see his depth trait being as it is. We're still waiting on Webster's depth trait as well as AJ Jones. I don't think that there is anyone else. Due to Derek Park's injury, you guys can see Demetrius Evans, our number 1 corner, but we did draft him as a safety. I've just moved him to, he's just kind of played corner throughout his whole career, NFL career. He's not going to get some opportunities to play at safety. Now, that does mean that Brian Stevens will play as our 3rd corner. The only other move that I think that I could make is move Evans back down to corner and start Jamie Davis as strong safety and move Nubin to free safety. I just worry with Jamie's speed, which is why he typically plays linebacker for us. But other than that slight adjustment, Evans will be playing safety at least for the next handful of weeks. We do have, speaking of our secondary, we do have a player breakout opportunity. This might be for Tyler Nubin here. And Nubin has been playing near the line of scrimmage on run blitzes. So 5 tackles and 2 TFLs, or choose a new goal. Let's choose a new goal. I always like doing that. I feel like that adds a bit of difficulty. So 3 TFLs, or forced fumbles, pass deflections, and sacks. 2 pass deflections and an interception. Ooh, this is all tough. Let's go with the 2 pass breakups and an INT. I think, Tyler Nubin is an elite player for us, and for him to be able to go up to X Factor, I think it needs to be a very challenging goal, and this is. As we're going to turn now our attention here to the Minnesota Vikings. So let's go check them out and then hop into the action. And here are the Minnesota Vikings, led by Justin Jefferson, Christian Darrisaw, TJ Hawkinson. Jordan Addison is here. JJ McCarthy has developed very nicely. We haven't seen him since he was like a rookie in this franchise. Marshawn Lloyd is their top back, but expect to see a bit of Kevin Huff and Spencer Sanders here. They drafted this 2 years ago Jimmy Porter here, a big wide receiver, 6'3". And they've primarily focused on getting offensive linemen. Charles here is an 83, Klein here is a 76. They drafted Quentin Bryce here, who is the big-time guard who I really liked in this past class. Obviously, they drafted him before us. Brian O'Neill's still here. Thing about the Vikings, they have a lot of pass rushers. Matt Garcia had 10.5 sacks a year ago. Chamberlain here had 12.5. They drafted Clemens here, who already has 3.5 this year. They just traded for Manny Williams, the ex-Falcon, who was drafted in the first round. Dallas Turner's still here. They have a lot of pass rush and a big-time corner here in Jalen Norwood. This should be a fun game here versus the Vikings to start off. So let's hop into the first game of, again, this 4-game episode here in Year 5. Monday Night Football here, as it's the Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings here. As we do welcome back Taylor Wilkerson this week, so our offense is getting healthier. But these are some of the better teams here. The Giants are currently 7-1, number 1 seed in the conference. I believe a year ago, actually, this Vikings team was the number 1 seed. They were. So we know that this Vikings team is a playoff contender. They're a very good roster. They can get to the quarterback. They have J.J. McCarthy with Justin Jefferson. It's going to be a tough, hard matchup. I do expect this game to be a bit high scoring. I hope our defense can hold up without Derek Parks, and we'll see if our secondary can do so. And here comes the 5th-year quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. I don't think we've played McCarthy too often, besides in, like, the first meeting, but 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's developed nicely. He has 2 big-time receivers, a good tight end, an offensive line that has slowly gotten better. Now his team is 4-3, trying to get back to a couple games above 500. As McCarthy sets over the middle, and Porter here, their 2nd-year wide receiver, can't hang on. 2nd down and 10 here for McCarthy. 3 receivers to the left. Addison is the motion man. As this ball down the field, and that's Brian Stevens. And he's getting the start at corner due to the injury of Parks, moving Evans to safety. But Brian Stevens, the ex-Raven, got an interception in the Super Bowl, picks up his 2nd one here as a Giant. And this is the reason we brought him in. I wanted to have a big veteran corner. 6 foot is Stevens. And he gets a big interception off of J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson. And here comes now John Sherman. Give him a short field. He will make you pay. We welcome back Taylor Wilkerson. John Sherman has thrown 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Halfway through the year, he's looking excellent. Hoping the turnovers can kind of go down a bit. But we also welcome back Al Gordon, so our offense is just about fully healthy. Here comes Wilkerson, gashing this defense here with a big-time run. But he did that due to a penalty. This play is coming back due to a holding call. Tracy here. He's in the backfield. Motion man is Gordon. Sherman will look to throw it his way. Gordon, welcome back, picking up 19. Nice pitch and catch there. Al Gordon's been really our number 2 receiver. 3rd down and 8 here. New York can pick up a 1st down, but it will be tough. Sherman takes it, looks to throw, not liking much of anything. Feeling the pressure. Throws it. Anyways, I think he should have ran for it. Ball is deflected, and New York will have to settle for 3 here off the turnover. 2nd down and 9. Lewis is the back. As this is an RPO, and this is a good pitch and catch. Fresh set of downs here, and that's Justin Jefferson. Here at the 50 now. McCarthy motions here as New York will send a blitz. Does not get home. This ball's going to be caught by Hawkinson. Gain of 10. Giants defense trying to force their own field goal. Vikings here at the 19. 3rd down and 10. Looks open, and that's Porter. Jimmy Porter, the 2nd-year wide receiver, will score. I don't know what's... It was just a blown coverage there, I guess, by this Giants secondary. And it looks like no one picked him up. Drew Phillips didn't. Neither did Evans. 1st down and 14 after the call. Sherman will look to throw. Sends it here underneath Drake London. As London got a great block there by Tracy to pick up 16. Second down and 10. Wilkerson is the back. It's Taylor, gets the call, gets some daylight here. Wilkerson breaks a tackle. He's loose, he's got no calls. Touchdown, New York. Welcome back, Taylor Wilkerson. Missed the last 2 weeks. We've missed him, as he will score this 51-yard score. Nice hard running there by Wilkerson. Third down and 7 here for the Vikings. Looks to throw as McCarthy. Sends it deep down the field, and that ball's intercepted. A.J. Jones, the rookie quarter, will pick up his first career interception as their rookie guard, Quinton here. He's heading back into the locker room. But A.J. Jones here, drafted in the 6th round, gets his first career interception. He's only out there because we have 4 corners out there right now. And he's matched up in double coverage with Justin Jefferson. Evans wanted the ball, but Jones got it. Wilkerson checks back in as Sherman will look to throw. Sends it over the middle, Gordon's way! And Al Gordon will score. Welcome back! Our 2 playmakers that have been missing some time, each will find an end zone, the end zone here. Gordon left alone over the middle, as McCarthy will start back up here at his own 27 now. What can he do? McCarthy finds his man for 5. Like I said, I expected this game to be a very high-scoring affair. We're up 17-7. Vikings here trying to get back into the game, as this is a pass breakup. Newman needs 1 more and an interception to get to earn his dev trait. We'll see if he can do so. One thing to note, guys, it is week 9. This is the trade deadline, and I'm not going to be looking to make any trades. I should have said that at the beginning of the episode, as this ball's undercut, intercepted. Stevens again will get his 2nd interception here, and now O'Neal here is hurt. So this whole right side of this offensive line here for the Vikings, they're out, it seems like. And J.J. McCarthy has thrown 3 interceptions already, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter. New York here in striking distance again, as here comes Tracy. Tracy's been getting some excellent blocks, got to the sideline, and Tyrone Tracy, he will get in, and we're up huge here already, 24-7, 3 interceptions in the first quarter. Touchdown, Tyrone Tracy. My goodness. Third down and 5. New York looks to throw as Sherman sends it out to Drake London, and London will score. 13 seconds here before halftime, as New York will go up big, 31-7. Wow. Onslaughting now the Minnesota Vikings. As the Giants do start with the football here at the beginning of the second half. Dagger in hand. As Taylor Wilkerson patiently, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Giants. I think that's the nail to the coffin here in week 9, right at the beginning of the second quarter. We go up 38-7 here by Taylor Wilkerson, as these 2 backs have just been playing excellent. Yeah, I don't expect this Vikings team to be able to come back in this ball game. And here in week 9, New York absolutely slaughtered the Vikings, beating them 52-7. Over these last 3 weeks, our defense, I think, has only allowed a combined total points of 20, as our offense has put up close to like 140. We hit on all cylinders. We ran the ball very well. We got 3 interceptions in the first quarter alone. Got a couple more. Overall wise, I think this was an excellent day across the board. Wilkerson did have a fumble, but he had a great day. Same thing with Tyrone Tracy, each of them popping off a couple big runs. Yeah, McCarthy didn't do much of anything well. Sherman did struggle. 123 yards passing and 2 scores. It's not his best day, but still no turnovers, which is nice to see. We ran the ball particularly great. Taylor Wilkerson, 15 carries, a buck 98 and 2 scores. Welcome back. Tracy with 76 carries and a score. 43 yards is his long. Devin Richards also ran well. Montgomery scored. London scored. Titus Allen scored late. Gordon found the end zone. Neighbors only caught 2 passes, and that was the first possession alone. A couple quiet weeks for him. No sacks allowed. Jamie Davis got the only. And Brian Stevens steps up with 2 INTs. Matt Williams got an interception. Same thing with AJ Jones. So we negated, I want to say we basically negated Justin Jefferson, who also only had 2 catches for 15. So the 2 number 1s didn't do much. Wow. So I accidentally simmed to the next week before I wanted to. I forgot about the defensive player breakout chance. I don't know if this is still Tyler Nubin's, but I did sim to the next week. We see we face, we're going to be heading to, or Detroit's heading to us. Let's see what this breakout chance is. If this is Tyler Nubin, I don't think he got the development trait. Now this is for Matt Williamson. So another undrafted player. We're going to go with an easier day with him getting a tackle for loss, forced fumble, or a sack. I mean, Matt's not a starter, so he only gets garbage time. I guess we'll see if he gets any sort of opportunities in this up-and-coming game. Maybe I'll try to put him out there, maybe at the end. But we see Taylor Wilkerson with his 2-touchdown day and 2 catches for, I mean, he had 200 yards from scrimmage. 2 scores, got offensive player of the week. Tyler Nubin only had a couple of deflections, so I didn't expect him to get it anyways. We still are missing Derek Parks, and Rodney Stanley, so we should be theoretically getting healthier after this game. So I don't think there's any negotiations that I want to do. I just want to double check with you guys. Yeah, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to make any sort of offers. There are players here that I would like to keep around. I'm just kind of waiting until a little bit further into this season. But we're now 8-1. Number 1 points per game, rushing yards. We're top 6 in terms of passing yards. 2nd in run defense. And we're currently the last 1-loss team in the conference. And in the NFL in and of itself, we're the best team. We've scored definitely the most points, and our defense here, it's towards the top here. So, you know, overall wise, let's just keep this moving here. Let's focus now here on the Lions, and let's go check them out and then hop into the game. And here are the Detroit Lions, led by Amara St. Brown, Penei Sewell, who's hurt, Aiden Hutchinson. A year ago, the Lions struggled, and that was under rookie quarterback Shane Haynes, now in his 2nd year, having a little bit of a better season. But he's now their new starting quarterback with Jamar Gibbs. You have St. Brown here, Zeke Phillips, Bryce Clayton here. So they have a couple young receivers. They used to have Darius Slayton, and he's no longer on the roster. Slam Lapora here. They drafted Huskins here, a big, fast tight end. They've drafted well in terms of this offensive line. 3 new starters, Alfonso Kids here. But with the first overall pick, they took Courtney Long in this past class to pair him up with Aiden Hutchinson, so they can get after the quarterback pretty easily. They still have Ozizo Chulari, who was on our team, traded him to Seattle, and he found it up his way here. So this is a tough team. They don't have the best secondary, but with Branch and Arnold here, we'll see how they'll hold up. Shane Haynes is our next opponent, so let's hop right into the action. Hopping into the Detroit game, it's the Giants versus the Lions here, 2nd game of this 4-game episode. As the Giants are getting healthier, we're still one of the best teams. We now turn our attention here to the Detroit Lions here, who are 4-4, currently the 10th seed. They're in the midst of a rebuild into themselves, just a bit behind us. But 4-4, they're still a respectable team. And for our sake, I think, you know, we need to be able to slow them down. I do expect us to continue our dominance offensively, defensively. So let's go out there and let's go do it. And leading out the offense is number 9, John Sherman. Sherman this campaign has been playing very well, in my opinion. He has thrown 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. You know, so far so good. Turnovers have been probably the major issue for us, but, you know, having a gunslinging type of quarterback, I'm okay with it. The other big story has been our ground game. Taylor Wilkerson is trying to get back to leading the league in rushing, just coming off of close to a 200-yard day, 2 scores. But Tyrone Tracy has been excellent. We've seen the emergence of a Devon Richards, our undrafted back from a season ago. And these backs have been running very well behind this offensive line. So, I mean, that's really been the major story here in terms of this offense, in my opinion. I mean, we've seen the emergence of Al Gordon. We have 3 top receivers all being able to make plays when called upon. Yeah, gain of 3 here for Wilkerson. And here comes the second-year quarterback for the Lions, Shane Haynes. Haynes was, I believe, a second-round pick for the Lions a year ago. Played last year, they struggled. And so far this year, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 4-4 record. And now he's going to be facing off against this defense. He still has St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs. So he still has some top-end talent, but this offensive line has regressed. They've had to draft new starters at left tackle, guard, I think, and as well as the 2 guard positions. So this team's been in a bit of a transition type of team. The major story for our defense has been definitely injuries. I mean, we've had players on the front 4 go down, players in our secondary go down. We've allowed points, but over the last now handful of weeks, our defense has been playing lights out football, getting turnovers, getting stops, getting sacks. And hopefully they can keep it up here. Yeah, getting into a bit of a rhythm here. Don't forget, no Derek Parks today. So our secondary is a bit banged up. Evans again taking over. I think in the first game, Evans played pretty solid out there. Yeah, I mean, no issue for me with him playing either corner or safety. Now Allen providing the rush. Ball sent down the field. Great play there by the second-year quarterback. Inside the 30 of New York, Detroit is looking to strike first here. Motioning the tight end now, as they're gonna go more play action, and this time Jamie Davis. New York sent a blitz, and Davis will get home immediately. 3rd down and goal here. Detroit extends his Haynes, and that ball is off the hands of St. Brown. Great job there by Drew Phillips, and this New York defense will be forcing a field goal attempt. 2nd down and 7 here. Wilkerson is sent out wide. Empty goes Sherman. So he will look to throw. Sends it to Gordon's way. And Al Gordon had a bit of a breakout start and then suffered an injury. He's slowed down now, but still playing pretty well for us. Well, it's 4th down and 5. New York is going to go. Sherman motions out Tracy. Takes the snap, looks to throw, sends it to Malik Neighbors off the slant in the slot. And New York getting a bit risky here, but it pays off. Now New York faces a 3rd down and 8 here at the beginning of 2. Sherman motioning out Gordon, looks to throw, sending it deep down the field, wants London, connects with London, and that's a touchdown. What a job there by London, great route. Sherman puts it in the only spot to hit it in stride, and Drake London will score the touchdown, giving the Giants the lead. Great pitch and catch right there. Great job. Now Detroit takes over. New York answered with a touchdown. What can the Lions do? Shane feeling the rush by Burns. Brought him down. The veteran pass rusher getting back there for his first sack of today's. Great job there getting home to the quarterback. Now Shane will look to throw. Sends it again. This time it's caught one-handed. And that's for Bull for a nice first down. That pushes Detroit back 5 yards. Now it is the play action here, and again pressure gets home. This time it's Peter Valentine. And this defense has already provided 3 sacks today. Giants defense, opportunity to get off the field. Shane Haynes changing up the play. Quick screen, nope, he hesitated. Dexter Lawrence provided the rush. And that ball falls incomplete, 3 and out. Giants took their deep shot there. Wanted a big play to Al Gordon. Now Sherman motions, looks to throw right back to Gordon. And Al Gordon gets us close to midfield. 2nd down and 7 here. Sherman looks to throw. Sends it here to Wandale. And Robinson turns on the Jets. Sends his offense goal to go action here from the 4. Fresh set of downs here for New York. Empty goes Sherman. Sends it to Malik Neighbors. And he brings it down as Neighbors will score. He's been having a couple quiet games in a row. But Malik Neighbors here is still the very dominant receiver we all know that he is. As here comes the pass by Haynes, and he goes down. This is provided by Dexter Lawrence. The 4th sack of today's action came by Dexter. Now, more pressure. This ball is going to be caught here. What was Drew Phillips doing? Touchdown Detroit. Wow. Brees Clayton here. Is it just me, or did Drew Phillips decide to run away? He did. I don't understand whatsoever. Sherman will go hurry up here. Stay in the passing game. Sherman now feeling some rush. Trying to extend. Able to do so now. He will take it himself. Got a good block there. Shoved out of bounds here in Detroit territory. 35 seconds now. New York trying to impose their will. Sherman looks to throw. Brought down here. Loss of 8. Now if you're the Giants, the only thing you're thinking about is trying to get back into field goal range. Sherman will look to throw. Extends. No one is watching for Sherman to run. Sherman now will put his head down, and he gets the first down. John Sherman just willed his team to get them a fresh set of downs. 2nd timeout used here by New York. Here at the 15, John Sherman. He takes the snap, not liking anything. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up here by New York. But that will be the play that sends us into halftime. I think that was Azeez Ojulari providing the sack fumble. New York could not call any timeouts. So we'll head into halftime here in Week 10, up 14-10. Detroit's been putting together a strong performance, in my opinion. Let's see if we can kind of walk away with this victory here in the second half. 2nd down and 5 here. Wilkerson. Back-to-back carries, going up the middle, puts his head down for his 10th carry for already 40 yards. We have seen this willingness to just pound the rock. New York will go again. Wilkerson getting another first down and more. Currently, they've been running away from Aiden Hutchinson, as this time they will run it his way, and Wilkerson gashes them again for another first down. As it's 3rd down and 7 here, Tracy checks in. Sherman sets up a little screen for Tyrone, and we got a bad animation there. And unfortunately, this will force the Giants to only kick a field goal. Well, Detroit needs a touchdown to tie it at 17 apiece. Just about halfway through here, the 3rd quarter. Pressure is coming, and it's provided by Kayvon Thibodeau. 30th sack for this Giants defense this year. It's now 2nd down and 18. As empty goes Haynes, sends it down the middle of the field. It's caught here, and this play has worked twice for them. Fresh set of downs. Here at the 40 of Detroit. More play action, this time it's Evans. New York sends a safety blitz, and Demetrius Evans here will provide a sack. Wow. Just like that, it's 2nd down and 18 all over again here for the Lions. Motioning the receiver here. Gonna go play action fake. Pressure it is again. Gonna get home. This time it's Burns and Thibodeau. Wow. 3rd down and 6 toward 26 now. What will the Lions do? They will go empty. Shane Haynes has been sacked 8 or 7 times already. And now I want to say that's on us, and it is. That pushes the Giants back 4 yards. Sherman will go empty, motioning Tracy here. Looks to throw, sending it here to Gordon. Gordon with a good steam ahead. And he sets his offense here right up at midfield. His 5th catch today. I formation here from New York. It's going to run the football. Wilkerson again. Pops one off for another 1st down. 51-yard field goal attempt here for the 3rd-year kicker. As this kick is up, end over end, and just a bit left. No good. Detroit now opportunity with solid field position here. As they're gonna go play action. Haynes will go down again. Thibodeau gets back there. And this Giants defense is definitely in the hands of this young quarterback. 2nd down and 18 here. Detroit has been able to pick up 1st downs from this spot. They're gonna go play action. Thibodeau provides more rush. Number 3. Kayvon Thibodeau just having a field day over this right tackle. Now it's 3rd down and 24 here. Detroit sends it over the middle. Amara St. Brown bails out his team. Gets the 1st down and a lot more. As this Detroit offense here needs to go 47 more yards to tie it up. At the beginning of 4. Play action. Looks to throw his Haynes down the field. Caught here. And that is another great play there. They've been able to test us deep down the field. 1st down and goal here. I formation. Here comes Shane Haynes. Goes down again. This time it's Tyler Newman. As these safeties are getting some sacks as well. Detroit looks to go here. 4th down and goal here at the 7. Haynes felt the rush again, and it's brought down again by Kayvon Thibodeau. Brian Burns sent Haynes, and he immediately ran. And this Detroit offense has allowed 11 sacks. Wow. Here at the 20 now of New York. Wilkerson gets another call. Cuts it outside. Gets to the sideline. Goes, finds some contact, and he gets his team to his 38. 3rd down and 7 here. I don't think New York wants to punt. Sherman will have to go empty now. Feeling some rush, extending the play, as John Sherman will just run it himself. And he will get the 1st down and a lot more. John Sherman off the scramble. Gets his team the 1st down. Now it's Wilkerson's turn. He gets the 1st down again. And New York's in scoring position here inside the 30 of Detroit. Less than 5 minutes to go now. Tracy, he motions out wide. Sherman looks to throw. Sending it down the field. It's undercut, intercepted. He wanted one, Dale. Bad throw. And Sherman is shaken up on the play. Oh my, and he's heading back into the locker room. Oh my goodness. If you're Detroit right now, you smell blood. If Shane Haynes can go down the field versus this defense and score a touchdown, New York might not have John Sherman out there leading their offense. Gain of 8 here off the dump off. Well, we just got the word, no more John Sherman. Torn labrum. I don't know how long of out that he will be. I don't know if it will just be for this game, if this is a multi-week type of injury. But that means Harris might have to step up today if Detroit scores a touchdown. Here's a deep shot for Detroit. This play, thankfully, is broken up by Brian Stevens. And now what? It's 3rd down and 12. Empty goes Haynes. New York will send a blitz. This ball's on the turf. And it's 4th down, and here's potentially the ball game here. Well, it was not time for the Detroit Lions to go for it there on 4th down. So in at quarterback, to refresh your guys, is Zach Harris. third-year quarterback, 85 speed, a 90 acceleration. He's a bit more mobile than John Sherman is, but he has 86 throw power, 91 short accuracy, 81 medium, not the best at deep, and these intangibles are okay. Zach Harris, he was on the practice squad for his first 2 seasons in the league. He has gotten some playing time throughout this season. He has thrown 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So I am confident in him. And this offense here, we're still very much capable of just grinding it out with runs. So Harris, in my eyes, can run this offense. Number 15. As he will take it. Here comes another carry here with Taylor Wilkerson, and it picks up 11 more. New York now, they want to score. 2 minutes to go now. Detroit has all 3 timeouts. We'll look to continue to run this football here. And timeout charged here by the Lions makes this a 3rd down and 5. The thing is this, guys. If John Sherman is out for, hypothetically, even for a few games, I'm not that worried. But if he's out for, let's hypothetically say, the remaining of this season, I don't know if Zach Harris can lead us the way. I think Harris can lead us to a couple victories here and there. Like if, hypothetically, Sherman's out for 6 weeks, yeah, 6 starts, I think he could go 500. You know, we'll rely on Taylor Wilkerson just popping off another great run. You know, Detroit has no more timeouts left. So I'll take some knees here, but we will have to check this injury report on John Sherman. And here in week 10, after a couple knees, New York will be beating the Detroit Lions 17-10, a low-scoring affair. Both defenses, in my opinion, played very good football, but our defense just, in my opinion, played a little bit better. We got some big-time sacks, some interceptions. Our defense has been playing lights out. 11 sacks today. Wow. And it's not even just by like 1 or 2 guys, it's everyone providing rush. Offensively, second half we relied heavily on the ground game, and you know, it worked. But we now have to check the injury report on John Sherman, because this injury here, if he's out for the rest of this season, I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do at quarterback. We can run the football as much as we possibly can with Taylor Wilkerson. Leads the league in rushing, just running for another $170. So we know that will be in our back pocket if necessary. But passing wise, who knows if this is any length of an injury. Gordon caught 5, Neighbors caught a touchdown, London scored. We allowed a couple sacks, but Thibodeau provides 4, Burns a sack and a half, Dexter with a sack and a half. Newman got home, Evans, Davis, and Valentine. No interceptions, but a couple pass breakups. Love to see it. And we do have an new injury here. And it is for John Sherman. Sherman here will miss now the next 3 weeks. Wow. That is huge. Though, it is probably the best news if you think about it in terms of just injury-wise. It's not like he's done for the year. It's not like I have to put him on IR. It's nothing in that regard. And I feel very confident in Zach Harris to take over. I mean, he plays 3 games, but that will, next 3 weeks will be way more difficult, but I think we'll be okay. Matt Williams here didn't even get to play on the field. I kind of forgot about this breakout opportunity, but he's our backup safety either way. So that means for the remaining of this episode, we're going to be seeing Zach Harris. So versus both the Commanders and the Eagles. And he's going to also have to play against the Saints. Wow. So 3 very key games here. Now, the obvious question is, you know, if it's not Zach Harris, who else could it be? And we could look to bring back Tyler Huntley, who was on our team a season ago. And yeah, he has the same throw power, a bit better short, and a bit worse medium, and a bit better deep. Same athletic build, in my opinion, maybe a bit more of an athlete. The next one is Trey Lance. Monte Hooker here. Davis Mills. You know, there's not really another guy that I see here and say, yeah, we can bring him in. Now, Matt Corral had a couple fantastic preseason moments with us, but I'm not going to look to bring in Matt Corral. So I assume the game is going to want me to have at least 2 quarterbacks on the roster. Is there a position where we could afford to let someone go? Maybe Daniels at tackle. That's like the first one that I've seen that kind of pops out to me. And yeah, I think he will be out there still in free agency. I do like Phillip Daniel. We've been developing him. He's been on our practice squad. He made the roster. But I think this is just necessary for us to have quarterbacks. We will look to move. We will cut Phillip here, and we are going to bring back Tyler Huntley. But Huntley is not the quarterback. He's the backup. So we'll see if Daniel Phillips stays out there. See if anyone signs him. But in a couple weeks, especially if I remember, I will look to bring him back. As we will sim here to the next week. And our next opponent here, and Zach Harris will have immediately a lot to prove versus the Washington Commanders. But he's coming onto an offense that can run the football well, has a good we have a good passing game, excellent receivers, a defense here that's allowing 19 points a game. So I think for Zach Harris, we just have to play these next 2 games smart, these next 3 games smart, and that's about it. Another weekly award for us. I want to say that's 3 in a row, and it's again Thibodeau. Thibodeau's came back, and he's been back these last 3 games, and he's gotten us 8 sacks. Wow. So let's go check out this Commanders team, and then hop into the game. This is our second meeting with them. As the Washington Commanders here, Sam Cosmi is their top player. Jaden Daniels is here, but don't forget this, they drafted a rookie, Jimmy Brittley. But the rookie quarterback, who comes out as an X factor, he's injured, a broken wrist. So both starting quarterbacks are out today, and you know Jaden Daniels here is no backup quarterback. He's starting worthy in this league as an 85 overall, and so far he's putting together a stretch here, and he's started these last 3 games. He's thrown 7 touchdowns and no interceptions. You know, he's going to be expected to be a free agent in this up-and-coming free agency pool. Algiers their top back. They have a bunch of solid receivers. No more Scary Terry. Injury at left guard. They have a solid offensive line. I believe we dismantled this team in the first meeting. But now with Zach Harris at quarterback, how will we play? So the 2 depth chart backups are in this week. Jaden Daniels is still a starting worthy quarterback. So let's go hop in. Let's go have some fun here in the 3rd game of this 4-game episode. As we enter into the 3rd game of this 4-game episode here in Week 11, the New York Giants are 9-1. Playing against the Washington Commanders, a divisional rival who are not the best team. I think they're like 3-7 right now. But this game here is the start of two backup quarterbacks. Jimmy Britley for the Washington Commanders, drafted first overall, is injured. He has been over these last handful of weeks. So Jaden Daniels, their former first round pick, back at the beginning of this franchise, he's starting this week versus us. Get to throw an interception. For us, we just saw quarterback John Sherman get shaken up, and now Zach Harris, technically in his third season, he is now going to get his first career start. Over the last 2 seasons, he's been on our practice squad. We have seen him in really limited play here, though he has thrown a couple touchdowns. He has looked good, but we'll see him a bit later, as this is Britley here. I don't know if he's actually healthy. This is the rookie quarterback stats. 11 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. We'll see. I believe Jaden Daniels is supposed to start, and it is. I know he has thrown like 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, something like that. We did see this Commanders team in the first episode here in year 5, but we're gonna get it now. Another opportunity to play against them without our franchise quarterback. Daniels here on second down, looks to throw again, and it's off the hands of the receiver. Well, leading out the offense is third-year quarterback Zach Harris, number 15. Like I said, he was an undrafted free agent a handful of seasons ago, now getting a start here. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in cleanup football. We did decide to bring in Tyler Huntley as the reserved quarterback, but I expect myself to be trying to run the football a lot today, as this carry will go to Wilkerson, gain at 12. We've been one of the best running teams. Wilkerson leads the league in rushing. I formation here for the Giants after the big run. Back to Wilkerson, and another great run here. 2 carries, both for 12. And expect to see a lot of this in this game. 3 receivers set here. Harris under center, dropping back. First pass will go to Malik Neighbors. As Neighbors here will pick up a first down and more. Shotgun look here for Harris. Neighbors in the backfield. Harris will look to throw. Felt the rush. Ball's on the ground. Thankfully picked up by a lineman, as the pressure there by this Washington defense. This is a spot where I do expect our young quarterback here in Harris to be able to get these first downs. That's 3rd down and 4. Dump off here. And this is Wandale Robinson for the first down. Wilkerson checks back in. Harris, though, will look to throw. Wants Malik Neighbors, and he got him. As I think this is the first time in an episode that I'm actually calling a Zach Harris touchdown pass. I believe this is also his first one to Malik Neighbors. As Neighbors here has been quiet during this season, but he has still been such a critical player for our offense. As this Washington defense was able to force a quick 3 and out, Jaden Daniels right back on the field. As this is a run, Derek Parks, welcome back, getting that nice TFL. Safety blitz, as Parks was shaken up a handful of weeks ago. He gets back into the action here. Big 3rd down and 7 here for the veteran quarterback, and Jaden Daniels here. Sends it underneath here, now it's caught. This is for the first down. Commanders now face a 3rd down and 3. They picked up already 2 third downs on this possession. Jaden Daniels will find his man underneath, and this will be another first down here, and that was for Elijah Moore. 3rd down and 10 here for Jaden Daniels, trying to end this possession with 7. Looks to throw. Sends it underneath here to Robb, and he reels it in for a gain of 6. Wilkerson back to the ball game, now sent out wide as Harris will look to throw. Harris sends it here to Drake London, and London reels it in here at the 47. He's putting together an impressive campaign. Here at the 35 of Washington, Harris putting together a great possession here. Looks to throw. Sending it here. Back corner of the end zone. He wants Gordon, and it's off his hands. That ball falls incomplete. Frankie Louvu was in coverage. Harris in the shotgun. Tracy's the back. He gets the call. As Tyrone Tracy here running strong. As that is Andrew Thomas heading back into the locker room. Don't forget this. We had to cut Phil Deal. He was our other tackle. So Rodney Stanley, we welcome him back. Now he's immediately in a starting role. We don't have a lot of depth here at tackle. As this is a carry here. This is for Tyrone Tracy, maybe losing a yard. Well, so far a low-scoring affair here in Week 11. As Daniels will look to throw. Finds his man. This is the rookie receiver. Reels it down. Splight, 5th catch, 65 yards already. 2 minutes to go now here in Week 11 in the first half. Giants are up 10-7. Commanders looking to tie it up at 10 apiece. Daniels after that gain of 8. He'll go a bit hurry up. Sends it again. Rob Davis. Back-to-back receptions. Tackled here at the 14. As it's 3rd down and 10 here. New York sends a safety late. Gets Daniels off his spot to throw it away. And this Giants defense here is holding up strong yet again. And now the Commanders will send out their field goal unit, giving our offense another shot. That was a good start here. Harris goes play action, looks to throw. As he wants Malik Neighbors, splitting the defense. Time continues to go down. Giants will be forced to use their second timeout. 31 seconds at the 33. As here's Harris stepping up. Now he's going to look to run it himself. He does have a good amount of mobility, and he is shoved out of bounds here at the 5. Nice scramble there by the young quarterback. This ball needs to be in the end zone or falls incomplete. Harris, as he looks to throw, sends it Wandale, and Robinson reels it in. Touchdown, New York. Really hasn't seen this much action. As Wandale Robinson will score, we extend on our lead. Zach Harris here, keeping the Giants afloat. As we will head into halftime here with a 11-point lead here. Zach Harris doing everything correct, in my opinion. Hasn't made a mistake. He did have that fumble, but we were able to recover it. Overall, I no complaints here from our young backup quarterback. Really don't want to have a quick 3 and out here. New York sets up a little screen here as Wilkerson will get the first down and a lot more off the screen. 2nd down and 12 here. Harris looks to throw. Sending it here to Tracy as Tyrone Tracy with a burst of speed will get us to the 34. Empty will go Zach Harris on a 3rd down and 3. He looks to throw, sending it here to Malik Neighbors, and he's intercepted here. Back the other way for the Commanders. As that is Bell with the INT. It's this Giants defense. They've been playing stout over these last handful of weeks. Jaden Daniels, feel the rush, and this is Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau coming off of a 4-sack performance. He gets 1 here. 9th sack of this campaign. Great job. Who do you turn to here on 3rd down and 6? As this is Harris stepping away from pressure. Got a good block there by Malik Neighbors, as he was able to get the first down and more. Good job there by Neighbors. Pistol look here for Harris. Now he hands the ball off. Wilkerson breaks a tackle, staying with his head face down, and he will get the first down and a lot more. Good hard running there by the young back. 3rd down and 5 here. Harris looks to throw, sending it up end zone, and that ball is off the mark as that ball falls incomplete. New York will send their field goal unit out. Gordon cannot reel it in as the Commanders down 20-6. About less than 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd. They need a good possession here now, and this is a good start for them. Gain of 12 here. Commanders need to find a way to get the ball into the end zone and respond that way. Blitz is sent here, though, by New York, and it gets home. This is both McFadden and Valentine getting to the quarterback, as it's 3rd down and 4 here for the Commanders. Blitz is sent. Daniels off the mark, sends it outside. It's reeled in, And that will be a first down here for the Commanders. As here comes maybe the last play here, the third. Got to go to the veteran tight end here. And that will set up the Commanders here as we enter the fourth quarter. Goal to go from the 7. Commanders now with just the fourth quarter to try to make a comeback. Down by 2 scores. Daniels sent alone. Touchdown. As the Commanders will get back in today's game. As great job there by them. Now if you're Jaden Daniels here, 8:40 left to go here in week 11, but an opportunity to retie this game up, this time at 20 apiece. As Daniels feeling the rush, staying on his feet, and he will slide safely for 8. We haven't seen him run a lot. 3rd down and 1 here. Algier steps in. Blitz is sent though by New York. Daniels off his mark, still finds his man for the first down. Fresh set of downs as time continues to click here. 6 minutes to go now. As they're gonna run the ball, Algier cuts it outside, hits the sideline, and he's gonna be tackled, gaining 25 more. Nice hard running there by Algier. Giants send 5. This though will still go to the receiver, and that's Franklin, denied of the end zone, but goal to go action here with 5:20 to go. Alfonso is the back here. New York sends a blitz. This ball is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Charles Akuno will score. Tracy will check in. 4:16 to go. Harris sets up a screen for Tracy, but the pressure got home, forcing the quick incompletion. And we're punting it right back here to Daniels. And the thing is our defense has only allowed, I think, 19 points a game. Allowed 20. Can we hold on and give our offense maybe a short field with a turnover, hopefully? Daniels in the shotgun here. 4:02 to go. Sends it quick here. Again, caught now. Breaking free is this veteran tight end who continues to score against us. Commanders are looking to put this game on ice. Daniels changing up the play here. Now we'll go under center. 3 receivers set. Sends it underneath here. Caught here by Moore. 3rd down and 5 here. I don't think the Commanders are in field goal range. Pressure is sent by New York. The ball is thrown, but it falls incomplete. This defense sent it all out blitz. It got home. It worked. And the Commanders will have to punt. These are spots where we would very much trust in John Sherman to deliver. What about Zach Harris? Can he deliver for us? He sets up a little screen now. Here comes the veteran back, and Tracy picking up 6. Nice gain. A note here for Zach Harris. He does not have the strongest arm. Let's see what he can do. Looks to throw again. Another quick hitter. This time is for Malik Neighbors. And Neighbors reels it in. First down. Nice play there. Now time continues to click. Harris looks to throw, sends it Waddale. He got underneath it, and Robinson breaking free. Timeout called here by the Commanders. Waddale Robinson. Wow. Harris sees him alone, puts it in the only spot he could. And New York now only needs 4 more yards, and they will take the lead here by 7. 1:02 to go. Harris in the pistol look, hands the ball off. This is Wilkerson, scores! Giants! With 59 seconds to go, did Zach Harris just lead a game-winning possession? What a drive. As this Giants defense, they've locked down offenses over these last month of the season, it feels like. Here comes Daniels, feeling the rush. Now looks to run it himself. And Jaden Daniels here is denied of the first down. Well, here's your ball game if you can't get this. Daniels will be able to convert the first down. And the second charge timeout with 17 clicks to go here is used by the Commanders. Here's the ball game. If Daniels can't get this into the end zone, that's it. He's feeling the rush. Sends it, that ball to the turf. And New York will get this victory, led by Zach Harris. He threw a couple touchdowns. He threw an interception. And Washington stayed alive in this ball game here, but they just could not do enough. As our defense, we got the crucial plays when necessary. We got stops on third down. And what a day here for Wan'Dale Robinson. Very much stepping up as we get another nice victory here. Moving on to 10-1 as we continue on here. Let's go check out these stats here, folks. Zach Harris threw 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 200 yards. Not bad. You know what, for what, like a 68 overall quarterback, this is not bad at all. I knew I was going to rely on that ground game, and Wilkerson and Tracy both provided that. Happy to see that, as Montgomery got 1 touch. Wan'Dale caught 6 balls for 76 yards and a score. Neighbors, 4 catches, 39 yards and a score. Tracy caught a couple. Got to check now the injury to Al Gordon as well as to Andrew Thomas. So that is right now the concern. As we got 2 sacks, no interceptions, a couple pass deflections. Not too bad at all. And thankfully the injuries that we did suffer to Andrew Thomas and Al Gordon are not long-term. They were only out for the rest of the game. So Sherman is still the only player who's hurt for us. As we sim now to the next week here, and in the last game, we are going to be facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 7-3. Currently second place in the division, as we right now have a very strong hold here, record-wise, at the conference, and the Eagles are really our only competitors. And if you look at our rest of the schedule here, you know, we got the Eagles, then the Saints, the Bengals, Ravens, Eagles, Packers. This is a very tough stretch here. So we will be playing this Eagles game in just a few moments. And the next episode, I mean, guys, we have a Saints team that made the playoffs. You know, Cincinnati has a potent offense. We just saw this Ravens team in the Super Bowl. Eagles are still a good team. The Packers, I believe, were a playoff team a year ago as well. So it's going to be a tough last episode here, year 5. So let's go check out, though, this Philly team that doesn't do anything particularly bad or great either. So let's go check them out. And here are the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Jalen Carter. As the Eagles here, they've moved off of Saquon Barkley. Will Shipley is their new starting back. You have Blake here, Thomas here as your 2 running backs. Behind him, you still have A.J. Brown, but he's regressing. Dotson is still here. Looks like, and no more Dallas Goedert, but they're going to go to DeMarco Domes here at tight end this week. Mailata is still here. Same thing with Landon Dickerson. The offensive line is still very good. Defensively, you still have Jalen Carter, Toon, as well as Sherland here. With the defense, Keith Grant has developed very nicely for them. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean are their 2 top corners, with still Reed Blankenship and CJ Gardner-Johnson at safety. But Jaron Knight here is a superstar. Maybe they let Gardner-Johnson go. This is still a tough Philly team. Should be a lot of fun here. Still no John Sherman. So let's go hop into the last game here of this episode. As we enter into the last game of this 4-game episode here today, we have the Giants versus the Eagles. Zach Harris, coming off of a victory, has to play against our divisional rivals here in the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles here are most definitely our toughest opponent. They're right now 7-4 in the division, right behind us, as though we are 10-1, and we're looking to continue to solidify ourselves as the top team in the conference. I think with a couple more victories, we'll be able to do so. Can Zach Harris keep us afloat here versus this Philly team? He has one more start after today, and we get John Sherman back and healthy. As our defense has been playing excellent, we'll see how Jalen Hurts will handle us. And here comes the veteran quarterback in Jalen Hurts here. Hurts offense, the Eagles offense has definitely taken a step back. Even though Hurts has thrown 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, there's no more Saquon Barkley. Their A.J. Brown is starting to regress. No more Dallas Goedert. So this team is definitely in a bit of a change in terms of their offense. But when you have Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, still have a solid offensive line, you can do a lot of things. And that's the reason they're right now currently 7-3. But the Eagles have not faced a team like us. As Hurts will be in the pistol here. And hands the ball off Will Shipley, who stays on his feet. Takes a couple more Giants to bring him down, but that will be a loss of 3. No more Saquon Barkley in this offense. Behind him, Shipley has developed into a quality back. As Hurts will look to throw here. Plenty of time. Now steps up in the pocket. As he attempts to slide, though will be tackled here at the 45. Giants defense have to be able to respect Hurts. He can run. As this ball here is left alone is Devontae Smith on Phillips. That's been an excellent route ran by Smith, their new number 1 wideout. And this opening possession here for Philly, marching right down the field. Shipley's the back here, and the shotgun is Hurts. As he will look to throw, sends it underneath here. And this is their backup tight end in Tune, picking up the first down. Excuse me, that was not Tune. That was 84. I don't know where I got Tune from. As pressured here by Dexter, brought down though by Gary. Great job there by this defense. Rashad Gary, the veteran, coming in, getting a cleanup sack. 3rd down and 11 here. Hurts in the shotgun here. Shipley's the back. 3 receivers here to the right. Looks to throw, feeling some more pressure. Escaping, and McFadden is able to bring him down. And this Giants defense will bend but not break, and allowing just a field goal. And here comes the 3rd-year quarterback in Zach Harris. Harris a week ago got his first career start, threw a couple touchdowns and an interception. He has 5 on the season. Harris, in my opinion, played very well. We know we're going to rely heavily on our ground game. We knew that right after Sherman was out for any number of weeks. So this week, running back Taylor Wilkerson, expect a bigger or much more of a workload for him. As he had the last game, 19 carries for 91 yards. He's been playing excellent for us. He's about to hit 1,000 yards. I think he needs maybe 15 more. So we're going to go to tight end look. As this is a good open field tackle. That's Grant, Philly's young defensive linebacker. Harris in the shotgun here, as he's going to look to keep it himself. Little read option. As Andrew Thomas, we saw him missing a portion of last game, and he's limping off the field, going back to the locker room. He could be done again. It's this Giants offense trying to figure out what's the best way to attack this team running-wise. Here comes Taylor. Cuts it to the sideline here. Gets the first down and a lot more. Good hard running there by Wilkerson. And I just got the word, no more Andrew Thomas today. So that means Rodney will have to step up. Don't forget, we don't have as much tackle depth as we once had. This pass will turn to Neighbors, as it was a nice clean pocket there. Fresh set of downs here for Malik. Harris will go back to the I formation. Here's some play action right back to Neighbors. Malik makes the catch, tries to cut it to the sideline, able to do so, and he will get his team first down and goal here from the 2. Giants will spread out this defense, as here comes Tracy, who will score. Touchdown, New York, as they will find the end zone here on an impressive possession here. New York will start at their own 25 after going down the field and scoring. Tracy is the motion man. Here's Harris. Wants a deep shot, floated it up here for Malik Neighbors, who got underneath it. Tackled here at the 19. Wow. Malik Neighbors. He was left alone. Harris with a very clean pocket and able to deliver a strike. Wow, what a play. Tough place to be. 3rd down and 7 here at the 15. Harris He looks to throw, sends it here to Drake London, left alone. He found the softness in the zone coverage, and Drake London will score. Touchdown, New York. London caps off this. Another impressive drive here orchestrated by Zach Harris. Nice pitching catch there, Harris. I feel like he has command of this offense right now. We'll send it here to Gordon. Gordon able to stay on his feet, picks up another first down. As now Rodney Stanley is shaken up. And he's our only other tackle. I don't know what's going to happen with our line here. Good pitching catch there. Now Tracy. He's going to be the motion man here. Looks to throw. Harris left alone as Tracy makes the catch. And tackled here at the 5. Wow. Tyrone Tracy was left all alone here in this Eagles secondary. Zach Harris finds him. Nice play. Harris will go empty here. Looks to throw. Wants Malik Neighbors, and he connects with him. Touchdown, New York. As the Giants here will go up 21-3. As Zach Harris and this Giants offense, they look incredible right now. Empty will start as Hurts here, and he needs a touchdown desperately. Might get one here by Devontae Smith. At least a big play, flipping the field as New York left Devontae alone. Blown coverage there by our secondary. 3rd down and 12 here at the 14. Hurts will go empty here. Looks to throw off the 4-man rush. Plenty of time. Jalen Hurts with open field in front of him will dive into the end zone. And with 4 minutes on the dot in this first half, Philly might just gotten themselves back into this ball game. Giants will put a fullback in. As this fresh set of downs, empty will go Harris. Looks to throw. Failing to rush now. Zach Harris will be sacked here. Jalen Carter making his presence felt. Eagles will go hurry up. New York puts their 2 linebackers in the gaps. Sent to blitz. Hurts hangs on, and he will go down. And that is by Kayvon Thibodeau. Eagles are looking just to take down this clock. As Hurts will look to throw. Sends it deep down the field. Newman! He gets an INT here at midfield. And now New York opportunity here to go back up by multiple scores. Wow. Giants still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. 35 seconds. As they definitely want to get in closer and closer. This ball here turned right back to Malik. Another charge timeout here for the Giants. Malik Neighbors has been targeted already like 12 times in this first half. Just might be Malik's day. Motioning out here, Taylor Wilkerson now. Harris will look to throw. Sends it here to left alone as Wandale. And he makes that catch. Last time out here is used here by the Giants. They only got 10 more yards to go. Harris here in the shotgun. Takes the snap, he looks to throw. Once again is London, who reaches out and reels it in here. Touchdown, New York. Drake London, number 2 of today's action. And Zach Harris and this Giants offense here. We're up 18. I don't know if Philly's going to be able to come back in this game. Here at the 46-yard line. Looks to throw. As this ball is caught here, Darnell Washington. Washington breaking free. What is Philly doing? Washington dives into the end zone. This is just meant to be a simple out route. And Washington just outran the entire Philly defense. Just a terrible angle, I think, by the linebacker. No, by CJ Gardner-Johnson. He breaks that tackle here. And then, yeah, the linebacker took a bad angle, and Grant and New York, I think we put the dagger here in Philly. And here in week 12, the New York Giants will be crushing the Philadelphia Eagles 49-20. Philly was able to put up some points, but at the end of the day, we also scored a couple more times as well. This was just a day where Philly's defense just could not slow down our offense. Zach Harris played a clean game, played excellent. And yeah, I mean, I threw out the backups in. They put up some good scores as well. Malik Neighbors had a big day as well. Tyler Huntley threw a pass, but a perfect passer rating, 25 of 35, touchdowns, no interceptions. Zach Harris, wow, what a performance for him. Taylor Wilkerson went for 100 yards and a score. Tracy he struggled today, but he did score. Also caught a long touchdown pass. Neighbors 11 for $177 and a score. Wandale caught 3. London caught 2 scores. Washington scored as well. Stanley allowed the lone sack. Rainey here, Thibodeau, Allen, and we got a bunch of sacks from a bunch of different guys. Newman got the lone interception, and Jamie Davis had 3 pass deflections. Overall, very good day, very happy day. As we now sim to the next week here, we see a couple of things. A defensive back breakout, a quarterback breakout opportunity. We have a weekly award. We suffered no injuries after the game. John Sherman is the only one who is still hurt. Andrew Thomas is thankfully okay. But we're currently sitting pretty here at 11-1 here. We do everything very well. I don't think that I think we're gonna lock up this number 1 seed soon. You see, Wilkerson leads the league in rushing yards by a good margin here, and he has also missed 2 weeks. Kayvon Thibodeau missed some time as well, but has 10 sacks, puts him at 3rd among league leaders. And next time, we'll be starting off against the New Orleans Saints. Here's how the next episode will go. We have the Saints, the Bengals, Ravens, Eagles, and Packers. So I'm not planning on like dividing this episode into Saints and Bengals game and then doing these 3. I'm gonna do all 5 games. I think we wrap up year 5 as quickly as possible. We know we're a good team. I mean, it's been proven 11 times already. I know the Ravens are here, and, you know, we did face them in the Super Bowl. I've debated about if I wanted to do basically the Saints, Bengals, Ravens. Well, the Saints and the Bengals as one episode, and then the Ravens as a single episode, and then to finish off the regular season. But I feel like it would just be quicker if I go through the rest of the remaining of the regular season with you guys. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll do a quick little stat update here. As John Sherman has thrown 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. We do miss him, but Zach Harris, he's producing as an upgrade. But Zach Harris in this offense, we have such a great team around him. That's the reason he's playing so well. I mean, when you have a backfield that you have basically, you know, all 4 backs almost about to hit 100 yards each, 2 backs here that are very dominant. Devon Richards broke out this season. Then you got receivers like Neighbors, London, Robinson, throw on Al Gordon, 6 touchdown campaign. Tracy out of the backfield being very productive. You have Gardner as our 4th receiver. I mean, and our backup tight end in Washington has also scored 3 times. I mean, it's hard to play against this team, as well as an offensive line that's playing very well, and a defense that, you know, Peter Valentine, 14 tackles for loss. I mean, he leads the team, but we have 4 other guys with 10. Thibodeau with 10 sacks, not even playing all season. Burns with 6, Dexter with 5, Nathan Rainey here with 4, coming off the bench. A few other guys, and then Newman, Brian Stevens, and Christian Branford each have 3 interceptions. Parker Williams and Jones here combined for 3. I mean, it's tough to play against this defense. We have a very good team here, ladies and gentlemen. And next time we'll wrap up year 5. We'll see these development traits or breakout opportunities. Probably talk a bit about the draft class as well, but my major focus is playing the games and whatnot. I don't know when this episode will be posted, but it will be right around the time where Madden 25 or 26 is about to be released. So I'm focused on the games. I don't know what we're gonna do to finish this season or finish this series, so we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's action. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I know these episodes have been a lot longer. I'm sorry about that. I want to get through these games as quickly as I can, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.